Hello and very good morning, students of class 730 and class 7C. I hope you all are well. Yesterday, I was discussed exercise 1.1 and I was started exercise 1.2 where we have to multiply two integers. I was told you the rules as well, and I was told you to do exercise 1.2 question number 1 all parts as a homework. So I believe that you all have done the all parts. So now let's move on and move to exercise 1.2 question number 2. So as you can see, I just share the video. I just share the recording. As you can see, exercise 1.2 question number 2 says that uh, it says 1.2 question number 2 says that find the product of like 4 into minus 4 into minus 2. So my dear student, I have make a PDF for you all so the thing make things easier. So you can see that in this exercise, you can see that in this exercise where I have to multiply 4 into minus 4 into minus 2, you can easily say that when we multiply 4 into minus 4, we will get minus 16. And firstly, we have to multiply 4 into minus 4, we will get minus 16. And once we have to multiply minus 16 into 2, you will get plus 32, because the reason is very simple, minus minus plus. The reason is very simple, minus minus plus. So I hope you get the point. Just because I have told you the rule says that rules of multiplication is says that when two negative when two negative when two negative when two negative when multiply in two negatives, you will always get positive number, and we multiply two positive numbers, you always get the positive one. But the thing that you have to notice that when multiply one negative with positive number, we always get the positive number. So I mean negative number. When one negative, one positive is multiplied, always get a negative number. And when the one positive and a negative is multiplied, so the result will be negative. So always remember that when two signs are different, always get the negative sign, and when the two signs are same, always get the positive symbol, whether it is two negative. As you can see, when two negative are multiplied, we get the positive sign. So I hope you get the point. So question number 1 is solved now. So you can see question number 2, minus 5 into minus 6 into minus 7. So firstly I multiply minus 5 into minus 6. 5 and 6 both are positive numbers, negative numbers. So firstly we have to multiply 5 into 6 will become 30, and as they have the same symbol, so it will become positive 30. Now I have to multiply 7 with this. Once I multiply 7 with this, I can easily say that uh, I mean this will minus 7, and your answer is 30 multiplied by minus 7, you will get 210, and we put the negative sign as minus 7 is there. Okay, the sign of 7 is negative. So you can easily set that. Similarly, I have solved the question number C as well. It's question number 2, part C. You can see that minus 12 into minus 7 into minus 9. So minus 12 into minus 7, minus minus plus will become 84. And when I multiply, and the sign will become positive, just because of that 12 and 7 both are negative. So 84 will become positive now. After that, my dear student, when I multiply minus 9 with 84, I will get minus 766. And you also know that sign will be negative, because 184 is positive and 9 is negative, and positive negative will negative. Same condition goes on here. Do the D part. You have to do D part by your own. Just pause the video for a second and do the D part by your own. You will get the same answer as I have solved this. So similarly, I have solved this D and E part. Now I was solved part E, which says that 6 into minus 9 into 0. So my dear student, always remember that always minus 12, 0 into minus 16. So my dear student, always remember that whenever the situation it is, whether it is whatever the variable is, once the product is 0, once the product is 0, the answer will 0 always. Okay, so it means to say that uh, when we multiply with negative numbers with any integer, the number should be 0. So we don't need to do anything. The reason is very simple, that this property is called when we multiply negative number, any integer like a is an integer, multiply with 0, and whatever the number after that is b or c, whatever the number is, the result will always 0, because all numbers are present in 0. So 0 always gives the 0 result, whatever the number you have to multiply with this. So you directly get the answer 0. I hope you get the point. So my dear students, after that, question number 2 is completed. Question number 3 says that question number 3 says that question number 3 says that, my dear students, what will be the sign of the product if 9 negative integers and 2 positive integers are multiplied or together? So my dear students, this is very interesting question, that it says that suppose there are 9 negative numbers, 9 negative integers and 2 positive integers are multiplied, and you will find out what will be the sign of that particular number. So it is very simple. So before solving this question, we have understand one concept. Okay, so we have two cases. We have two cases. We have two cases. We have two cases. Case one says that case one is one when negative numbers are odd. When negative numbers are odd in, that means suppose there are 3 negative numbers. Suppose there are 3 negative numbers. I'll just take an example: -1, -5, -2. Suppose there are 3 negative numbers. So you know that how many negative numbers are there? Total 3 numbers, and 3 is a odd number. So whenever the odd number is when the integers are odd, so you always remember that the sign will be a negative. So you will easily say that this will be a negative number, and product will be the you have to multiply the product in the same way. 1 into 5 will become 5, and 5 into 2 become 10. So it will become -10. So you can remember this thing in that way only. And we take another example. Suppose I have take 5 numbers: -1, -2, -3, -1, -5. So my dear student, you can see that there are 5 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have multiplied these numbers. What we will get? -1 into -1. There are total 5 negative integers. That means the numbers are odd. We know that the sign will be minus. And always remember that minus into 1 into multiply with 2, 2. 2 into multiply with 3 will become 6. 6 multiply with 1 will give 6 only. 6 multiply with 5 will give 30. So we can understand this thing, and we can also apply one more thing that is very interesting. We have to cancel all the signs. One, this negative cancel out. This negative is cancel out. So only this negative -5 is left. So we have to put this negative from -5 only. So this is also an approach we can follow. This -5 in -5 in 5 minus is left. So we can also apply this negative sign as well. So this is the idea. And the case 2 says that if when negative numbers are odd, when negative numbers are odd, you can see that you can easily see that, my dear students. Suppose I'll take two numbers, -1. I mean, when negative numbers are even numbers are like 2, 4. Suppose -1 into -2. You can easily say that when negative numbers are even, the sign will be positive, because reason is very simple. Both the negative sign will cancel out with each other. Okay, this negative and this negative will cancel out, and you will get 2. This is how it works. I hope you get the point. Now, my dear students, the same question is given there. There are 9 negative symbols and multiply with 2 positive symbols. You can easily consider this point. You can easily understand this idea. That is, 9 negative number will give minus sign, because 9 is an odd number, so it will give negative number, and 2 positive means it is a even number, so it will give plus sign. And when we multiply negative with positive, we will get negative sign. So the sign will be negative. Next question says that what number we have to multiply with 75? What number we have to multiply? So we'll get -75. So once we multiply -1 with 75, the answer will become -75. I think you can see the question as well. You can see that find the integer whose product with -1 is -75. मुझे -1 में किस नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करना है कि -75 मुझे आंसर मिल जाए. तो जब मैं -1 में +75 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो मुझे आंसर मिलेगा -75. वही सेम चीज लिखी हुई थी उसमें नोट्स में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन था फाइंड द इंटीजर हुज प्रोडक्ट इज -1 इज 92. तो आप समझ सकते हैं, तो मैं -1 को -1 में किस नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करूं मुझे +92 मिल जाए. तो जब 2 नेगेटिव नंबर्स को मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं तो 1 पॉजिटिव नंबर मिलता है. तो -1 में जब मैं -92 से मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं तो मुझे नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव नंबर मिलता है. एज यू कैन सी इन द नोट्स, मैं -1 में -92 से मल्टीप्लाई करता हूं. दिस माइनस साइन विल कैंसिल आउट एंड विल गिव +92. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेज दैट it is question number 6. Is there a possibility that product of two positive integer and negative integers is 0? I said no. There is no such possibility that when we have multiplied one negative and one positive number and the product will be 0. There is no possibility. So the answer is no. Question number 7 says what is the sign if we multiply 32 negative integers and 7 positive integers multiplied together? This is question number 7. So you know this very well, that 32 negative integer multiplied by 7 positive integer. So 32 is an even number, even number. So multiply with even number will always give even number. When positive sign, multiply even numbers, negative even numbers will give positive sign, so it will give positive sign, and 7 positive integer will always give positive sign, and we multiply these to positive sign and we will get the result. So the product will be positive. So I hope you get the point. Question number 9 is based on commutative property. My dear student, you know this idea that commutative property. According to commutative property, when we multiply A into B, we will get the same result if you multiply B into A, because if we change the order in multiplication, there is no effect in the product result. Similarly, if you multiply 4 into 5, or we will get 5 into 4, the answer will be 20. So same thing is here. When we multiply 9 into 7, And which number we have to multiply, we get the same result. With 7 is multiplied with -9, we will get the same answer, as this question is asked in that way. Question is asked in that way only. I just wait for this. So my dear student, you can see that when 9 is multiplied with -7, it will same result when you multiply -7 into 9. According to commutative property, the same thing is here. -12 is multiplied by plus 16. You will get minus, and you will look at this left right side. This 12 -12 is given, so we have multiplied 16 with this. So 16 will be filled in the box. Similarly, here you can see that here the -21 is missing, so we have put -121, and in D part it is missing -9, so we have to put -9 in here only. Okay, so before that there is true and false. Before that there is true and false. You can see that fill in question number 8. Product of a positive and negative integer is negative. So this is wrong. Yeah, it is true. When we multiply one negative and one positive, we always get positive number, the negative number. This is true. Question number B says that product of two integer is negative. It is wrong. When we multiply two negative numbers, it will give positive number. C says that product of three negative integer is negative. So you know that three negative integer, 3 is an odd number, so the answer will be negative. So it is true. Integer, when we multiply by -1, we'll get the additive inverse. Yes, we will always get the additive inverse when we multiply by -1. So yes, this is how we have to solve the question. Now question number 10, you can see, find the product of the following suitable arrangement. So my dear student, I have solved this question. Question number 10. You can see that find 25 into -16 into 100. First we have to multiply 25 into 16, which will give -400, and we have multiplied with 100, that will give 40,000. The same thing we have to do here only. We have to multiply the number, we will easily get the answer. No problem in this. Look at the question number E part. -6 into -8 into -1 plus 125 into 50. Firstly, I multiply -6 into 50 and -8 into 125. You can see that -6 into -50 plus 50 will give -300, and -8 into 125 will give -1000. When we multiply all these numbers, we will get the final answer. The same thing we applied here only. We have to 625 into -8. I'll give 5,000, and when -5,000 multiplied with -86. Oh, there's some issue in this. This will give positive 81. Okay, there's some issue, my dear students. The sign will be +1. Okay. Wait. The sign will be positive. The sign will be positive here, my dear student. So please delete this thing, and the sign will be +43300. Okay, my dear student, I have solved the question number 11 as well. You have to do the question up to question number 10, and if you find any difficulty to solve this thing, you may ask. Okay, so my dear student, this is very brief lecture I have. You have to do up to question number 10. If you find any difficulty, let me ask. Thank you.